You could have been a gnome werewolf, Travis. You blew it.
Shit. Reset. Back to one.
In this video, we're going to be talking about Travis Willingham's second Campaign 3 character, Chutney, and how he did such an amazing job concealing his identity for 3 episodes and leading up to, in my opinion, the coolest reveal in Campaign 3 so far. And we're going to break down how he did it so you can do it too. And so for this sort of breakdown, we're going to have 3 different phases. We'll start with sort of the pre-introduction and character creation, and then we'll go to the sort of second part, which would be episodes 8 through 10, sort of this gameplay with the fake class or identity. And then lastly, we'll go to the reveal itself. And I'll show the clips that I'm referring to in between each of the points. So I think as far as character creation and backstory goes, the first thing I think we notice is that he is pretending to play a rogue, and his highest stat choice was strength instead of dex, a 17. And while this isn't unheard of, it's strange and definitely brings some attention to it. And definitely the first hint you get that he's sort of hiding something. And I think the next biggest thing as far as backstory goes was Gurge. Chetney had a bit of a fib going where he said Gurge was trying to find him work, but in reality he was leading him to a group of other blood hunters that had a similar curse to him. And Gurge being a wild man and hearing that he transformed definitely foreshadowed some things for Chetney. And they still seemed to believe him, but Gurge being a wild man and being able to transform definitely made them think twice about everything Chetney was saying.
Chutney, is this guy like a real bad guy? Is he like a criminal? Has he killed people? Are we trying to let a killer free?
Yeah, we're talking about now going to bust out a werewolf man from an ivory tower so that he can recommend you for an apprentice carpenter job?
I mean,
is that what's happening?
This is a bit absurd at this point.
Yeah, I mean, you could just slum it with us. And I say that as someone who just dumped 100 gold for you.
Yeah.
But still.
I could pay you back half of that.
I just want my wooden toy.
I guess we're just curious if there's another route to the same outcome.
Or another layer that perhaps you haven't revealed to us yet about why the importance of this gentleman.
I don't know enough about him. I didn't know he killed anybody, and I didn't know he was a beast or a wolf or bear, lion, whatever the hell he is. I don't know. Maybe we can find out a little bit more, but you're kind of right. It's all a little frustrating.
Oh.
Was he a friend to you?
Yes, why are you so dedicated to this cause?
Well, when I left Uthadurn, I left all the years of work that I had done behind and a bit of a career, all just kind of up in smoke, and I thought that might be the end of my crafting days, and I suppose it could be again, but it makes me real happy. And he seemed to understand that I had skills that are kind of rare, and the people that pointed me in his direction said that he was the key to, higher clientele. I kind of took it on faith. I'm sorry I don't have more answers. That's really all I have, but it sounded pretty good at the time.
No, it's nice to be believed in. Sometimes it's very special when it comes around.
Can I roll an inside check?
Sure.
Shifty carpenter, man.
13.
Can I roll a deception check?
You may if you'd like.
Wait, what is it?
This Travis is just fucking.
21. It's all lies, Imogen. I want to wear your skin for a hat.
And now moving on to your gameplay during this sort of fake identity period. I would say one of the more important things is that you should do something pretty significant that your fake class would do. And the example in this case being that Chetney turned invisible and snuck into Volley's office, breaking into several of the drawers and finding the secret entrance and then eavesdropping on his conversation with the Nightmare King. The sort of solo breaking and entering thing is something that rogues usually do very well, and Chetney did this, thus giving evidence supporting that he was a rogue.
Can you leave it on his desk or something? I'm just freaking out.
All right.
Chutney, follow him.
I picked up on it. That was so fun.
We're gonna go,
But nevertheless, get out. And he kind of
Okay,
like
okay,
ushers
okay,
the rest
okay.
of you out,
Thank you. Have a shiny day.
closes the doors behind you.
I'm still inside.
Still inside. Looks at the sheet. For the love of God. Why did this day get so weird? And he starts walking down the hall. Make a stealth check with advantage.
Come on. Get in that room.
We're doing good. 17.
17.
That's not great.
Okay. Continues walking down the path, pulls out the key ring, finds the right key, turns to the right, heads down the hall, comes to the door, opens up inside. Young Dark Elf goes over and sets the paper on the desk and goes, and then leaves the room, closes behind, and locks it. And you are now locked within the office. What are you going to do?
I count to 10. I don't even breathe. I say to Imogen, I'm in.
Great. What do you see? What are you doing?
There's a big blue ball, a stained glass window, these enormous bookcases. I'm afraid to move.
Is there a door in there anywhere? Can you get
Is there a door anywhere?
outside of the one that?
You can make a perception and investigation check, up to you, to look within the darkly lit room. Do you have dark vision?
I do. 60 feet.
Okay, yeah.
22.
22.
Okay.
Okay. So you do see there are just numerous blank paper kind of stacked on the desk. There is a large, what looks to be like a trader or trade route map of the Odiran Wilds kind of spread across one half of the desk. That's it, trade routes marked and all the paths of the actual jungle around. You can see there are, once again, like all the drawers that you can see, there are locks on the drawers, and there's like 3 on each side to a total of 6. And after your previous experience in the day, you glance back at the bookcase on the wall behind you. You're like, these fucking bookcases. And you kind of head over to it and look at where it meets the wall. And you sense the faintest of noise from behind the bookcase.
You're shitting me. Oh, baby. Okay. The locked drawers are very tempting. But I've learned. That door. I don't need anyone else for this. I'm gonna put my back up against the. Is it a bookcase or is it another fucking like tea cart?
No, this is an actual bookcase.
God damn it! I'm not afraid. Wait. I'm gonna look at either sides of the bookcase to see if there are any sorts of traps or wires or anything that might.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. 16.
16. You don't sense any traps, but you do get the sense this bookcase is on a mechanism. But one you do not see the presence of around the bookcase.
I go over to the desk. There's a door behind the bookcase.
Oh, another one?
Yeah, but a real bookcase, and there's like a mechanism. I'm trying to find it, but it wasn't under the desk.
Maybe it's in one of the drawers of the desk.
Let me look. And I'll try the upper right hand.
Upper right hand, go ahead and roll and see if you can unlock it.
Come on.
Yeah, 27.
Holy shit, you killer.
Okay.
Travis is rolling.
I'll stick my hand in and reach around.
On the one on the right?
Yeah.
You stick it in, you hit something, and you hear behind you.
Oh my god! Yes!
Oh my god. I owe you my body when I get out.
There's going to be things you have to do both from a roleplay and a mechanics perspective to play your real class, but you definitely should give your fake class a reason to do it as well. And I think a good example of this here is Chutney taking the clothes off. And Travis sort of played this character up to be sort of funny, a troll, or like the comic relief the whole time, and this just seemed to add to that, but in reality it was so his clothes wouldn't be damaged when he changed into a werewolf, thus giving both sides of the character a reason to do this.
Nothing you can help me with.
Are you sure? While I was peeping all pervy-like, I heard you talking about him having a gift that he needed to share. What gift would that be? And I'll take my my beanie off my head and unbutton my cloak.
Alright, this is getting weird now.
Any other volunteers?
No, I think I'm the one you want to mess with, and I spin a wood chisel and I use it to unlatch my leather harness and take my shirt and my tools off, so now I'm all bare-chested and flexion.
There was also a couple of cool things he did to foreshadow what Chutney really was. And I think the first, and I actually missed this the first time, this is my second time recording this, you can subtly react to things the other players say in a way that your real character would. So I think a good example of this is at the beginning of episode 8 when Orem said they were trying to find a place to lick their wounds, and Chetney reacted with a little bit of shock, and his face showed that he sort of took that statement literally, which now knowing what we do makes a lot more sense that he reacted that way.
Well, why don't you just tell us a little bit more? We've just had kind of a rough night. I thought we were probably going to find a place to lick our wounds, but...
You gonna do what?
Not
lick our wounds?
literally.
Metaphor.
Why would anyone think that?
I don't know, but his face when you said it, it does work.
I feel like he's done it before.
Yeah,
And then also you can subtly use features from your real class but not draw too much attention to them. I think the two examples of this in game are the heightened senses. He specifically mentions that he's using the sense of smell, and I believe he does also roll with advantage a couple times.
do I smell anything?
Roll a perception check.
Yeah, all the checks. 18, 19.
Okay. I mean, the interior's a little musty, but nothing different than how you left it.
And he also used the Crimson Rite on his wood chisel a turn or two before the reveal.
All right, Chutney, you're up.
Fuck it. I take my pants and I pull them down.
What?
So I just got my undies now. It's just me and all my glory, and I got my mallet and my wood chisel. I walk over to the chair and say, "The wood shop's open." And I'll draw the wood chisel across my pec and make an attack.
Go for it. That's amazing.
That's a 14 to hit.
That hits.
Ah, great. What do I roll? Fuck. What is this character? 6 plus 7. 13. 13 points of the damage.
13 points of damage? Nice. So you jam the chisel into it and like drag it upward, and you watch the wood splinter in the center, and it's still holding it together, but it is heavily hurt.
I'll use my bonus action to make another attack.
Yeah.
Go for it.
No, it's a 2. It's 9. It's not great.
That's fine. Well, technically, bonus action, you have to have two-handed fighting.
Oh, well then I would just, I'd put the mallet away. I'll hide it, but you get to think about where.
There you go. No worries. All right, that finishes your turn. It is now Gurge's go, and the creature behind.
Come on, Gurge.
Theirs.
And finally we get to the reveal, and I think all we're really going for here is for it just all to make sense when we're looking back, and maybe for 1 or 2 people at your table to be suspicious of it. And if you decide to do this yourself, hopefully your reveal is as awesome as this one.
Finishing your go, that brings us to Chetney.
Yeah. I look up at Ira, and I'll start to make my way around to the right.
Over here?
Yeah, keep going. Just opening it up so that if anybody wanted to flank on the other side, they could. And as I walk, I look up at him and I say, "Boy, I bet you think you're real scary. You think Gurge has a gift." Wait till you get a load of me. My shoulder pops out. My back cracks.
Oh, yes! He's a tiny werewolf! He's a terrier!
Yes!
Wow.
Oh my God!
Blood hunter? Wow.
Look at him!
Yes.
Order of the loop.
Boy.
Yes!
You see these claws start to crawl out of his fingers, and as they do, the blood drips out of them, and fire comes off of them, and he goes, "I lied," and swipes right into Ira.
Who could have seen any of that coming?
I don't know, anybody with 2 eyes.